All right, so I'm doing a little bit of yard work. I listen to Robert Saleh's press conference and the answers that he's given, and I hear the comments about Aaron Rodgers, and people start losing their ever-loving mind in the way he's phrasing stuff. So let's listen to the clip, and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
Robert, you said that you were aware that Aaron was not going to be here before yesterday. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And Tyrod said he had only found out that morning. Is there any reason that wasn't communicated to him before? Or?
No, it's a one-on-one conversation. It's not something that the team needed to know about.
I think you're getting some blowback from media people about the use of the word unexcused, and because you were okay with him not being here, but you used the word unexcused. So I'm wondering maybe if you could clarify why you used that word. And also, did you tell did Aaron know he was going to be termed unexcused, and how he reacted to that?
No, you're fine. Talked about it yesterday, but Aaron and I are on the exact same page. There's no issue between Aaron or his teammates, for that matter. So, like I said, we addressed it yesterday. It's more of an issue for everyone outside the building than it is inside, and that's about it.
So Robert Saleh knew Aaron Rodgers was not going to be attending minicamp. Didn't tell the rest of the players because it was a one-on-one conversation. You don't have to tell every player one-on-one conversations that you have with every single team. That's why Tyrod Taylor did not know till yesterday that he was going to be the starting quarterback for minicamp. Both described, both Hassan and Rodgers described as unexcused absences, which definitely, lends to the follow-up question. Does Aaron Rodgers know that's how you were going to deem it, even though he told you earlier that he wasn't going to be able to make it, had some type of conflict, whatever it is? Like, is he aware that you're going to classify this as an unexcused absence? Obviously subject to the fines and everything, like Saleh said yesterday. So that's kind of an odd question, right? And they're definitely trying to bait Saleh into saying something. So that's what gets the next part of the conversation going, where he says, there's no issue with us in the building. There's no issue with him and his teammates. And then, dude's been at every single voluntary practice for the last 2 years. The fact that he's missing 2 mini camps, not really the biggest story. Sure, everyone wants to see Aaron Rodgers at every single practice, but look, if he seriously had something going on, I don't think it's crazy for us to just take him at his word at this particular point in time. Connor Hughes did release a tweet. Aaron Rodgers planned this trip when he was still rehabbing, and the Jets have known about it from the moment there was an overlap with the release of minicamp schedule. Rodgers is unexcused because you can't excuse a trip, but not a contract dispute, Hassan Reddick. Semantics, but there's no unrest in the building. The Jets don't think it's a big deal, not sure why the world is reacting differently. Rodgers missing these 2 days after being at every voluntary workout the last 2 years will have zero impact on the Jets and Rodgers, or what the Jets and Rodgers accomplish this coming season. And that is the perfect way to take it. That's actually the perfect response that I wish the Jets had given yesterday. If Robert Saleh had that thing cooked up in the hopper, ready to go, then I think there's probably a lot less questions on why people are, maybe frustrated and whatnot. I guess there's probably going to be people that do speculate as to why didn't you just say that yesterday? Which I find myself doing as well. But I don't find this to be a very big issue at hand. I think when you look at everything Rodgers has done since he's been here as a New York Jet, between the teammates, the taking a pay cut, the crazy rehab and everything, I think he has earned the benefit of the doubt by a long shot. And then we hear our old buddy, old pal, good friend of the program, not really the program, but of Aaron Rodgers fan, not really, Dianna Russini of, where is she at, The Athletic right now? I think that's where she's at. Aaron Rodgers is skipping all Jets mandatory minicamp this week because he prefers to be somewhere else away from football. That's his choice. What a provocative tweet, Dianna Russini. There is literally nothing to that tweet other than, hey, I had a conflict, I was doing something else. Literally any other reason as to why you wouldn't be at minicamp would mean you have something going on that is more important than minicamp, or that you find takes priority. And that tweet was absolutely sent out to try and trigger Jet fans and get people fired up at Aaron Rodgers, because the Jets stuff sells. The drama sells. Aaron Rodgers sells. They want to try and stir up this what's his commitment level now that he's not showing up to here? That's the thing that she's trying to say in the background here. Now, she's obviously not saying that, and she's got the plausible deniability of saying oh no, he just, there is something that's more important. And it's this super gaslighting issue for me, that the way people write shit. So frustrating the way she does this. And then Zach Rosenblatt comes in with two things can be true. Aaron Rodgers probably shouldn't have skipped Jets minicamp for a trip, and that's fair to criticize him. Absolutely agree. I think that's totally fine to criticize him. If you think he should be at every single voluntary workout because he's the leader of the team, he's the quarterback, he is the face of the franchise right now, yes, absolutely, 100%. I completely agree with that particular take. And number two, it's totally not a huge deal for a few reasons, especially since he was at every OTA and practice. So he writes into a whole article and everything about this. But yeah, both those things can absolutely be true. And when you say it one way, Dianna Russini, she's absolutely doing it to try and trigger a response. So, super frustrating to kind of see it. And I think the slow period of the football season is literally just upon us. And now mosquitoes. I gotta walk out of here. The slow season is upon us in the NFL season. So we're gonna get these stupid little drama stories and non-stories and whatnot. So guys, let me know what you think down below. If you haven't already checked it out, we are going to be doing the group buy for Jets Broncos. If you want to check that out, link in the description down below. On-field access, food, beverage, at the tailgate for Tailgate Joe. Very, very excited. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets!